Hi and welcome to this tutorial on tracking your service work with WorkflowTitan. My name is Kayla and I'll be your software guide today. Starting off at the home page, we're going to come to settings here, and now we're going to set our time zone. So we're going to click manage my time zone, and I have Pacific time set here, but you can set it for any time zone, and then you'll just click save changes. Now that we have our time zone set for the account, we're going to set our time zone for our team by coming to Teams, and we'll select the team that we want to set our time zone for. I'm going to select Field Services, and then we'll just set our time zone right here at the top. Once we select our time zone, we'll just make sure to save our changes. And now coming back to settings here, we're going to select members, and then we're going to find the member or members that we want to assign to our work instructions, and we're just going to make sure that they have the correct access. So we want them to have access to the right team and the right department. And now that we have our settings configured, we can come to departments and department work instructions, and we can create our first work instruction based off of one of these templates here. So I'm going to use this water treatment service staff template here, and I'm going to customize it for our needs. So we can set who this work instruction is for. We can assign this work instruction specifically to a task type. So this means anytime that I assign service work, it will be attached to that task to be completed. You can also assign this work instruction set to a project. Unless your measurements are for the same inputs across projects, in a typical service work application, you will likely have a work instruction template for each managed project so that the measured values are specific to each project requirement. When doing the fulfillment, the results will then be specific to each project location. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to assign it to a task type, and then we can give our work instruction set a title, we can give it a category name for filtering, and we can select our access permissions here. So once we've done all of that, we can customize each section as needed. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this section to East Tower. And then I'm going to rename this boiler to East Boiler. And now we can save our changes. Now coming back to the home page, we can create a task with the work instruction attached to it. So I'm going to give this task a title here, and then I'll select the task type. I'm going to select service work. So this work instruction will automatically be assigned to this task. I'll select the team to handle this, so that's Field Services, and then I'll just select who this is for. So this will be for Johnson Commercial Building, and I'll select our project as well. And then I'll just select our next action and due dates here, and I'll go ahead and create this task. I can also add the work instruction to a pre-existing task by coming to that task and selecting edit. And then I can come to fulfillment of work instructions for this task, and I can select add an existing work instruction set to this task to be fulfilled. Now I'll find our water treatment service staff template here, and I will add it to this task. So now that's been added to that task, we can access our work instructions by coming to departments and selecting department work instructions. We'll click work instruction fulfillment here, and here we have all of our open work instructions that need to be fulfilled and submitted. I can come to each row and fill out the data needed for each row. The great thing is I can add files, I can add links, and I can even trend data for this project. So I can display the chart for our numerical data sets here, and this will give me a really great visual so I can see if this data point looks like it's in line with previous data for this particular row here. And now I can record any comments or observations. While recording our data, we can see quickly if it is within our min-max range or if it's outside of it. So I'll put in a number that's below our range, and we can see quickly that it is below our minimum requirement. Same with our max requirement, and we can also see on our display chart here that our data point is further out than the rest of them. I can also print this sheet here with this chart. So when we're done here, we can save our changes, and then we have the option to print this document, or we can email this document as a PDF. And we have the option here to switch between excluding or including the work instruction text from the PDF output for printing and emailing. So if it's included, it will show up on the PDF, and if it's excluded, it will not show up. And that is all. This feature is really useful for water treatment professionals who have data that they want to collect and trend over time. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions after this video, please visit our support page or contact our team